two pressure motors are coming together.
Why?
And why? We're working on the tank, which is just disgusting. The fittings are disgusting. The hoses are disgusting. It's got this blue goo in it. It's pretty nasty. So I've been hitting it with compressed air, trying to clean it out. A lot of times the O-rings in here go bad. But if they're good and they hold the seal, we'll be all right. But worst case scenario is we'll have to replace those as my kid plays with gas. I mean, it's clogged in there. It's obviously varnish or fuel, old fuel. The guy gave me the tank. I didn't think it sat for that long, but it clearly sat for some time. Or at least this, I don't know about the motor, but this has not been used in a long time. Yeah, a little blue goo is coming on the end of it. It's nasty. It's thick too. Thick, 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 thick. Watch. It's everywhere. The blue goo. Never seen it before. Nasty. And it's like grease, like caked down grease. Actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like, if you worked on these a couple times, the bottom of the bowl of a carburetor. So that's what it is. It's just varnish. Old gas, just solidified. Nasty. Just nasty. This is what happens when we put the into the fuel side. You hear it not pushing past like this. This is the air side. I kind of hear it hitting the goo. But it's coming. Ow! Dang! I'm feeling the air come out. You can see my finger? I was going to show that it's passing through, and then a chunk of freaking varnish flew at my finger. Make sure that no varnish is, going through the fuel lines. Blue goo. Yeah. I don't have high hopes for this tank. It's just the inside is just so bad. The fittings are coming out okay, so at least I got the fitting. I know the fitting can be expensive on eBay. Maybe we can find a tank. This one's rough. I may have to put a whole container of. They make a water evaporator stuff. You can use isopropyl alcohol actually, and I'll fill it with fuel and see if we can get some of that old gas to burn off, or the water to burn off. There's a lot of water in it. I hit it with the power washer, and I might just have to let it sit here for days to evaporate. Tough project. So I was gonna try to get away without taking this top off, but I was worried about how the gas went up through the gas section of it, and I'm worried that I thought maybe it'd be a hose that dipped into the bottom. Never worked on these things before. Oh, so I still don't know how it works, but I'm glad I took this apart. Look at this thing. Can you see this? I can't see my phone to see if you can see this. It's I mean, I know it'd be bad. I hit it with the power one day. Been at this, we're in Blackout Bill's backyard right now, but Blackout Bill's basement isn't good for gasoline applications. So we got this tank pretty clean. I've been blowing it and putting some cleaner in there and blowing it and cleaner and blowing cleaner all day. We got it pretty decent. You'll still see dust coming out. Stick my hand in and brush the bottom. I still get this like dust residue. So hopefully with the filter screens and gas, it'll just either stay there or whatever. But it's cleaning up really nicely. I technically could probably get my hand in there and wipe it with a rag, which I probably will do. Okay, so we are checking out our fittings. I've now assembled a small collection. A couple tanks I got on eBay, and one that I found with the 10 horsepower. So they come apart nice and easily. You can do it at home, or you can buy the tool. The right tool is really cool. It's $30. I got 3 fittings here. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. Do I need the tool? I could use it for 20 bucks. We'll see. But until that day comes, do it the old-fashioned way. Get a pair of pliers or something to rest the metal piece of the outside of the brass seal, brass bushing. Very simple. Like so. And what I did, coat hanger, cut to size. Coat hanger is perfect size for this. Snip it so that it hangs out a little bit like that. Make sure that you're not on the bushing itself. And a lot of times you get unlucky like me. So what you do is don't cut it so long. Leave a little end out. And all your pieces will come out. Spring is your new piece. You can bang it out the other way. You can needle nose and grab it. Okay, and then you're left with the nice little nasty innards that you gotta clean out. This guy looked like you put a little grease on it. No problem there. Probably helped it come out. And then your O-ring is right in the middle. Pop that old guy out. No offense, old guy, not an ageist. Boop. Garbage. And you're left with the washer, the piece, and the yacht to the yacht. And then if you get one like the one I was working on originally, the mysterious blue goo. It is everywhere. It's just old gas, and it's sticky. Sticky and it's everywhere. Sticky and it's everywhere. I've been spraying this thing with brake parts cleaner for days now. But it's finally apart. Okay, and this is the cleanest of all of them, even though it is kind of still dirty. Whatevs. I just said whatevs. Okay, so now you got your pieces. Buy your kit online, eBay, $8 or so. Nice new springs. Alright, so again, the blue goo is just everywhere. Careful what you're banging on. It's in. So, I was learning that as I go. I don't know if you caught that. I thought it was the other way around. I thought this went in the hole originally. Like that. That's what I thought. That's wrong. Then I did that by accident. I was like, oh. Huh. Maybe that's how it goes. Make sure you know what you're doing first. Okay, now that makes more sense. Now that sticks in the hole there. Oh, and everything's gonna line up now. Son of a gun. Straight in. And push to get it started. Quick bang around the Rufio. And you have one resealed, easy peasy, $150 to $100 fitting. I mean, that ain't no joke, 50 to $100, just for the fitting. Now, the question is, why am I doing this? Because I need a gas-powered tank. I need a pressure tank to test these motors that I'm getting, because sometimes you put the fuel pump on them, they don't run, so big waste of time. So, I figured let me get one for a test tank, and then if someone wants to buy the motor with the tank, I'll double charge it, but I'll still need a backup. So I bought a couple. And then I bought the rebuild kit for mine, but a couple pieces flew off mine. I'm worried I'm not going to rebuild it properly. So I bought one. This one, the gentleman says it works. It's a little dusty and dirty. He says he used it. Now it is dirty. It seems to be in good order. The hoses were rotted out. So I'm just going to take the hoses off, refit those with some nice new fresh lines. now that I have a fitting that's clean, I'll have a couple of them after I'm done rebuilding all of them. And this will be test tank number 1. This just needs line, which I have here, cleaned up and nice. And my new fitting, which I better keep track of. This one's the cleanest, this one here. The Blue Goo Monster. Blue Goo Monster, sounds like a thing. Okay, so that's test tank number 1. And I picked this guy up on eBay. And this gentleman cleaned out the inside of it, and all the parts are here. But he says the cork gasket's no good. So I bought a rebuild kit on eBay. It's a little expensive, it's about 40 bucks. It's about 40 bucks, but the proceeds went to charity, or some of the proceeds went to charity. I need one. There's not many for sale, I couldn't find it anywhere else. It is what it is, but at least I know this unit has the parts that I think I lost from mine. So we'll rebuild, we'll put the gaskets in this one and hope that this one works, being that the inside's so clean. Mine is all cleaned out. Mine is all cleaned out. We just gotta make sure we have all the pieces for the upper half. And we'll do that by taking this apart and seeing what's involved. So we're gonna pop this lower part off and replace the diaphragm since the kit came with one. Just gotta be careful, there's a lot of springs in here. A couple springs in here. Now when I was cleaning mine out, the diaphragm looked to be in pretty decent shape. I could have been busted. No use playing with it. It's the sight glass with the gasket. I think I got a new one of those too. Oh, that's what fell. I was blowing air through it and something popped up. I don't know what it was. It's a little, no, what is? I don't know what it does. There's rest there. I don't know what it does, but there's a spring. It came with the cork gasket, this diaphragm. Don't know if there's an up and a down. Gasket's being pushed up by the diaphragm here, or the old diaphragm's being pushed up by the spring here. So that's how I'm gonna lay it. So I'm gonna put that hole, line it up with that. And pray that's how it goes. So we're gonna line that hole up like that. Keep our fingers crossed that that's how it goes. There's no YouTube videos on how to rebuild these tanks that I can find. Okay, hold our breath here, put our spring here, put our button here. This looks like it's not gonna be fun. There's no way to center it. I like it. I don't like it. Put a new cork gasket in. Slide our apparatus back. And this tank should be sealed and ready. Throw our screws in and let's see if we can get the 10 horsepower up and running. So, I know this wasn't the best of videos, but I got three OMC tanks. I'm working on all 3 of them. And I just need one of them to work. Got a lot of cool stuff coming. This 10 horsepower, we're gonna get out of the water soon with that. We'll check these tanks out. We'll show the video on that. A lot of cool stuff coming, guys. I got me on the water. We're gonna test 3 horsepower. Once I clear the tank leaks, still more leaking tanks. 10 horse to 30 horse. We still gotta work on the 40s surprise motor. That's gonna be a cool project. So check me out. Hit the subscribe button. Should be popping up in the middle right about here. I thank you guys so much for enduring me. Really want to get to 1,000. I know I say it every time. Shut up, Bill. Check you guys in the next video.